What's good, y'all? We are back with another episode of Don Diallo Podcast. This is episode 2. You know what I'm saying? Today, I got a very special guest. I met this young lady at a Starbucks, I believe, right? Yeah, so we talked for a while, man, and I'm very interested in her story, and I'm pretty sure you guys would too. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce y'all to Miss Raechel Lashawn.
Yes, that's me.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah, you feel good?
I feel I could be better. I'm going to be honest. I could be better, but like, I'm going to push through it. I'm good.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Real soldier like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You already know.
Okay, so you from Dallas, Texas, correct?
Right.
Okay, and you traveled from Dallas to here. You know what I'm saying? No family.
Relocated,
man. Just took everything. So for the ones that don't know you, I want to make sure they get to know you and your story. And I feel like it'll be dope because to me, I heard a faith story. Crazy faith story, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk, because most people don't have the cojones to make them moves, you know what I'm saying? So I want this to motivate somebody else who watching it to kind of, lean on that faith, lean on that other side of the mind that's telling you just do that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to talk about that journey from Dallas to Atlanta, so get into it a little bit.
Yeah. 2 years ago, about 2 years ago now, I relocated from Dallas to Atlanta. I was coming off like a heartbreak, really. Two breakups. I had 2 breakups close. So I had like a romantic relationship breakup, and then like I had a podcast breakup that happened. Okay. And after that, I was just like really contemplating my life, really reflective, really just like I wasn't down bad. Don't take it like I was down bad. I was miserable. I didn't like have no money or job or anything, but I knew I was stagnant. Like the last 10 years of my life had been pretty stagnant. Like, I grew. Yeah, I was able to accomplish everything that I accomplished, but was I happy? No, I was not.
So you saying that you were still making your money, you still doing?
I'm still doing me.
So to the average eye, they would be like, "Oh shit, nothing wrong with her."
Yeah, from the outside looking in, you wouldn't be able to tell. I had my own place, my own car. I had worked my way up corporate America.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Like no degree. On top of that, I had a relatively successful podcast in Dallas. I was growing a podcast network in Dallas. It seemed like everything from the outside looking in, everybody was like, it makes sense. But when I dug deep into like who I was at my core, I wasn't happy with pretty much nothing that I had. Not ungrateful, because it can sound as if you're ungrateful when you pretty much manifested everything that you wanted. You were able to get everything that you wanted. Like, you're like, but I wasn't content. I knew I was meant for more, but I had reached a point where it was stagnant. I had to ask myself, like, if the next 30 years look like this, would you be happy?
That's powerful.
And I would not have been happy, So I thought about everywhere I would move first. I was like, I got family. I wanted to move somewhere where I had a little family. So I got a little family out here. Like my first cousin's out here, which is my mom's sister. She's out here. So I wasn't completely alone. We're not the tightest or closest family in that regards, but I wasn't going to be completely alone. I at least had my favorite cousin who was like my best friend growing up. Like I at least had her. So I wasn't like fully alone. But without no plan, I'm going to be honest, no plan.
No plan, no nothing.
No direction, just, hey, I'm moving. I gave everybody a 6-month notice in Dallas. Everybody thought I was playing. They was like, you ain't moving. You just saying that. You heartbroken.
Yeah.
You going through shit.
How that feel having everybody ask you like them type of questions? You really trying to make this move, and it's for your self and fulfillment, and everybody that you love the most is like kind of doubting you and kind of like, no. How did that make you feel hearing all that?
Well, one thing you got to know about me is I get more stubborn with doubt. I get more motivated with doubt. Like the more they doubted me, the more they were like, they were telling me I wasn't going to last more than 6 months, a year. like nothing good was
Nothing
coming from
their
it.
mouth, yeah.
Honestly, but the way my spirit is, it's just like the more you doubt me, the more you tell me I can't do something or it's not gonna work. I gotta prove you wrong.
Prove you wrong. You know
So,
that put fuel to the fire. I don't know if haters know that, but
and one of the things that I realized about those people, because I still love them, the love is there
for sure.
It's just the loyalty's not.
So you saying that you still love them, you just had to change the loyalty.
Yeah, I had to change the loyalty because at the end of the day, I didn't necessarily feel like everyone was showing up for me the way I would have liked them to show up. I remember on my journey, like, I gave myself 6 months, like a deadline to move. I told everybody this is what I was doing. I didn't know exactly like detailed steps, like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. This was all faith. This was all like, I don't know, I'm finna sell all my shit in my apartment. I'm finna pack up my little compact car with my dog and we finna hit the highway. Like, that's what it was. Yeah. But I remember feeling like somebody's gonna stop me from leaving. Something's gonna stop me from leaving. That was like something I kind of like. Honestly, I tested God with, if I want to be honest. I said,
if you don't want me to go.
Yeah, God, you don't want me to go,
then
have somebody stop me. My family, my mom, my friends, a boyfriend, somebody. Let something stop me.
Everybody push you away.
Everybody pushed me away. It was January of like 2023. I think I moved out here like March of 2023. I can't remember, but I want to say it was around that time. But January, I was like, okay, I got 2 months. I had to like put the notice into the apartment, like I'm not re-signing my lease
and everything.
So this has to be like
for real. You got to make the move.
And at that moment, I started falling out with everybody. It was like a domino effect. Like I like stopped being cool with my best friend of like 15 years. Me and my mom wasn't on good terms. Just a lot of people or just individuals that I thought they're going to be, I love them too much. They're going to be the ones to just like keep me here. It just was like, we falling out. We having disagreements. Like we is just not seeing eye to eye regardless of how bad I wanted us to rock. You know, when you elevate and you want to take everybody with you, you want to so bad. So bad.
Yeah, you do.
But like, I was like, nah. And I remember leaving Dallas feeling like there's nothing left for me here. Like, I still love my family, but it was just not gonna, there wasn't a single person that could have kept me in Dallas at that point. I just fell out with everybody. I wasn't seeing eye to eye. I was just facing disappointment. People that I thought would show up for me in certain ways didn't. I was just really, 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 really disappointed. And I had to just move on. Like I had to just take. So when I left, like, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you," but now they really miss me.
Nah, no doubt.
It's going on 2 years for the people who was like, "You ain't gonna last 6 months. You ain't gonna last a year."
Can I give you a flower for that? You said how long it's been?
2 years.
2 years, and they said you wouldn't last 6 months. Correct?
Yeah, they said I would be back within the first year.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. You almost had me.
It was hard.
A little bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
A little bit.
That pressure. So the trip, so the drive, like I'm pretty sure that was a pretty long drive, not a short drive. So
that's from Dallas to Atlanta. Even with stops, pretty much is like 11 to 12 hour drive. Damn. I packed anything that couldn't fit in my car. I had to sell it or leave it behind. So.
Made that move, man. Like I said, I give you them props because that's a big move. Especially because, like I said, you did it with no like I didn't hear a plan. You know what I'm saying?
There's no plan. I didn't get out here and was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like it was just like, we'll see.
Yeah, bold. It's bold as shit. I ain't gonna lie. It is. And I just say that because even me personally, like I don't even know if I would make that type. I'll make a faith move, but that's something that's like I don't know if I would make that move. You know what I'm saying? Well, who knows by the time, but when you told me, it was crazy. Because, like, I'm so, at least have some type of plan. As me personally, I'm comfortable having a plan or something I'm finna do, at least to get me, you was like, I'm finna just make the move. And it's, when I seen you didn't look, you had a nice car. It was, hey, look, y'all, she got a nice car. She doing it. You know what I'm saying? She's a work in process like everybody, but when I seen her, she was doing good, and I give you flowers for that. So, as far as your purpose, once you got down here, what did you like lean into? Like, talk about the first night you got here. Like, what was that? The first night you landed here.
The first night,
pulled up.
The first week didn't feel real. To be honest, I was staying with the cousin that I said is like my best friend. And I was staying at her house, and it just felt like, okay, I'm visiting like I would normally do. Like, I've always visited Atlanta, so it was like I'm not new to Atlanta. It's just whatever. It's another trip.
Yeah, but you staying.
But then, like, I realized, like, okay, I'm here. Like, the first month, I was like, I'm here, but I'm still like the people who told me I would come back home within 6 months. That was in the back of my mind.
Do you? All right. So in a piece of this, do you feel like, okay, would you consider yourself stubborn?
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely. Like it's hard. It's hard to tell Raechel, hey, don't touch that stove.
Nah, it is. She don't listen, bro. She listens sometimes.
When
she ready to.
Listen. What I do, I don't touch it, but I be over the stove warming my hands up like, ooh, it's so good.
Stupid.
And then like I get a little bit too close and be like, and then you be like, told you. I'd be like, that's light work. Like,
now you know, yeah.
It's like a little burn cream. Like, all right, I'm good. But I'm stubborn like that, to be honest.
Do you think that's a superpower? Like, no, I'm asking because that could be do you consider it a superpower? To be like, not, have a certain level of stubbornness, especially towards your goals. I think everybody should have some type of stubbornness, just a little bit.
I'm going to be honest. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of responsibility that come with being stubborn. You fail, you fuck up.
You got to stand on it.
You make mistakes. Mm-hmm. You stand on it. Yeah. 100%. There is no blaming nobody for your behavior or your actions. You got to just take that. And that's something that I realize is bigger than just walking out on crazy faith. Like, it's just the reality of, like, you're going to make a decision and it may not go to plan, and whatever results from it, you got to stand on that. Yeah. And until you can accept full responsibility for everything, I wouldn't recommend it.
So you want them people, like, you don't want to be doing something if you don't want to lose at the expense of somebody else's actions. You rather just be your actions.
As I get older, I do feel like I listen to people more, and I consider what you say. But it's not like I can't, like, you could tell me don't do it, but I gotta sit with it within myself and be like, do I really not want to do this?
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
No doubt.
And I feel like I'm really connected with God in that way, of just like, all right, I'm going to do this. And then sometimes God would be like, yay. Sometimes God would be like, no. And even if it's a no, I'd be like, all right, I never really take it as a no. I just take it as not right now. That'd be my fucking problem. God done told me no, but I gotta be like, maybe it's just not right now.
Still test the water. Okay, so with your and I say that because, again, I'm gonna talk about the faith aspect and just you jumping out there, because that's important. Because I know a lot of people.
I don't recommend it.
You don't recommend it?
Nah. I don't. Not everybody could take it.
Yeah.
It would break certain people of certain shit that I've been through since I didn't leak that on faith. It would have broke certain people. For
sure. But you don't think it's purposeful, like, for the break? Some people need to be broken so they can, build it back up, build it better though. That's why I say what I say.
But I have been used to being broken down and rising back up again. Confidence is just literally taking chances, taking those risks, failing, and then rising up again. Okay. So while it looks all like, you did this, hey, you gotta really you gotta really stand behind whatever you do. This is not for everybody. Like, I didn't have certain friends or certain people try to do what I do. And then I see them get broken by it. And it's just like, you gotta.
Do you walk them through it?
So that's something that I'm realizing is a gift that I have. To, like, be able to walk people through certain things to elevate them and grow them. I didn't always feel like I always felt like, hey, don't do what I do.
For real?
Like I didn't know I had that ability to like coach people.
Yeah, that's why you went through it. You ain't go through it so you could be the only one.
I didn't see. That's me discovering my purpose as I am out here. It's just like, okay, right, everything that you went through, everything that you experienced, that's just testimony for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I can literally coach you through how to get through it. But I realized I had to be the example.
And live it type. Let people see it. That's another big gem right there too though. I ain't gonna lie. I tell people this all the time. We talked about the herb shop a little bit. And I had to tell people, like, when I started it, I was very much still healing. You know what I'm saying? Healing is an ongoing journey, but I started that thing as in basically like a movement to get people to kind of join me. I was buying these herbs regardless, whether it was for me, but I said, I'm gonna start something with it and I want people to kind of join me on it. That's how I kind of came in with it. And I had to realize even then, like, okay, well, you still got to uphold a certain image. You have to live it. So when my mom and them was pushing the fried pork chops on me, it smelled delicious. I ain't gonna hold you. It be smelling good. You feel me? Mama, I love you. But I'm just saying, but it was, I had to be like, no, because I'm doing this urban shit. And, in that time, they ain't take me serious. People, when I first brought C-Months up, they was like, this nigga walk around with a jar of mucus. That's what they used to call my shit. Straight up. I swear to God. I'm like, nah, this shit is good for him. Explaining to him, I'm sounding like a nerd, but then I had to realize the same people who said that started respecting it as time went past. And they seen that I was, looking better, skin was looking better. I had to live it. And that's a big gem to actually live what you saying you're doing. Like, I wouldn't respect certain people if I ain't see them doing what they keep trying to tell me. Like, okay, I'm talking about Brother Gates over here. My Brother Gates is a very punctual man. You understand me? Very detailed man. And I'm telling you, I have a complex. I don't really like being told too many things, but with him, it's like, I know he's telling me because I know he's going to do the exact same thing he's telling me.
That's a good leader.
I have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that. That's when people are telling you something that you know they're going to do, you know what I'm saying? That what makes you the difference between the one
I literally posted on Instagram, like, a good leader isn't somebody that just tells you what to do. They show you. You don't worry about being in control. You worry about being an example.
Absolutely.
And people, if you really a good leader and you good at what you do, people only mirror you. So they mirror your energy. They mirror, like, everything about you. So, yeah.
Yeah, real shit.
Real shit. So, like, I always couldn't stand people that just, I don't like fake power, fake control, fake leadership.
You tell they got it through, like, explain it to me. I don't want to say it off the wall. What do you mean?
We all had a manager or boss or somebody that just, they try to hold you to a certain standard or hold you accountable for certain things they don't even do themselves. And they get mad when they get pushed back and they get met with challenges and stuff like that from certain employees. But it's because you got to always question, like, am I showing up as the person I'm wanting them to show up as? A lot of times they're not.
Nah, and that's what's causing the pushback.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I just feel like that people, but when we talk about managers, that's just, you know how to manage. You don't know how to lead.
Lead, no, for sure. Definitely different between the two. Definitely different between the two. Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so we're going to talk about you being a leader. You, gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me being a leader?
Me being a leader in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because, all right, so I'm going to let you go into your weight loss journey, but when you was here, you started going to the gym before you moved down here? Or?
I had been on my weight loss journey since 2020, so yeah.
Okay, so before that.
But I didn't see results until I moved.
All right, I want you to say something. He told me you talked about it before. I want you to say it again on the pod. I don't know if you remember what I want you to say though. I can't say it. I want you to just remember. But we talked about what happened when you moved down here and what the difference was when you was doing the weight loss journey there versus here.
So I think a lot of people struggle with weight loss because not just dieting, not just working out. I think for many years, like me, I was working out, dieting, cutting back. Like, I had made a lot of changes to my diet over the last 4 or 5 years. But it wasn't until I left Dallas. Because you got to let certain things that stress you out go in order to really see what we say, magical weight loss, like the real weight loss, at the pills and the surgery and shit like that you want to happen. Like, yeah, you gotta let certain people go. Like sometimes I had shedded like a lot. Like 2023, I had let go of a lot. Not just like eating habits and certain like activities that I used to do that probably contributed to my weight loss. But when you realize like a lot of that is just a coping mechanism. So it's like, okay, maybe this nigga stressing me out, so I eat more and I'm like anxious more. Or like that job is making me unhappy. You know, a lot of like food, alcohol, weed, things that we use to like cope with our stress in life. It's just like a coping mechanism. And so like you're not going to see the weight loss until you let certain things go. Like especially for women. This is especially true for women because women's body does not react well to stress.
For sure.
It like just doesn't. You start storing more fat. Everything that you eat, whether it's small portion or big portion, just sticks to you. Your body goes into survival mode, so it feels like it has to hold on to food more.
I believe that's for men too, though. I don't think stress is good for anybody. It's never. I don't think men may not store fat, but it definitely affects us on another level. It may be our heart, you know. It may be just, you know, it does. Stress is not good for the body at all. You know what I'm saying? So
that's not true.
Okay. So.
Stress is good.
Little stress.
Stress motivates you. I always tell you, I always say, like, when you mad, when you frustrated, which is always usually related to something that's stressing you out, it lets you know that something needs to be changed. And I say this to you all the time.
You do. You definitely say that.
And if we went through life without stress, like a healthy amount of stress, we would never change.
Right. Pause real quick. Whatever y'all see me drinking, this is eggnog right here. I didn't mention the eggnog. I want y'all to be like, what the fuck, the nigga drinking milk? Nah, this some fire eggnog. It go crazy. I ain't gonna cap. But yeah, back into the conversation. I'm trying to let them know real quick. Cause they gonna be like, what the fuck, this nigga drinking a little shot glass of milk. But nah, you definitely right though. Holding on to that stress do mean that you need to change something.
But I think when you like certain people just can't go with you. Certain things just can't go with you when you elevating and growing, right? And so I think when we really want to achieve goals, hit milestones, like you got to really be willing to sacrifice like a lot of the comfort zones that we have. And sometimes it's our partner, sometimes it's our job, sometimes it's our family. It's a big price to pay to elevate and grow.
Okay. Nah, that's real right there. I'm stuck on that because every time you say that, it always hit a certain spot on me. Because
I always tell you, like, people hate negative emotions, right? If it's not happy and it's not like basically serendipitous, like, you know, then like it's like, oh, it's bad and I need to hurry up and move past it. But if you just sit with the feelings of anger, sadness, or frustration, or anything that's like causing you mental stress, it's telling you where a boundary needs to be placed, where something needs to change, where you're just kind of frustrated and tired of whatever that thing is that frustrates you. And then a lot of times when we talk about anger, it's not even about that exact event that's upsetting. It's usually about a repetition of events that's happened over the course of the year or years that is contributing to the reaction that you're having at that moment. So as uncomfortable and as unsettling anger and frustration is, it's telling you something about that situation that needs to change.
No doubt. You believe in duality?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, I do believe in that. So when I said stress is not good, I meant more so like suppressed stress. I guess that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I mean. But stress is good. I do feel like the negative emotions helps you understand your good emotions. Them good emotions help you understand your stress emotions. But even if we take it outside of emotions, I've always believed like a bad day teach you how to appreciate your good days. So, you know, just as far as the negative and the positive, you know what I'm saying? You understand your good. You get to be like, all right, this is a really good day. Let me just
because you didn't experience
a fucked up day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. No doubt. So when you when you finally let go of those things, you did see a major input.
Like
major change.
Major change. Something that I have been trying for years to do that I just could not do.
So y'all watching, listen, man, you gotta let go of certain things. Some people, y'all in the gym, I be sitting out time though, so I get to always, cheer them on. Shit, even me, goddamn, I done lost weight, but I know I could lose more. But it's probably because I'm holding on to something. That's just me being honest and transparent. But I be seeing people who work out too. If y'all watching this, y'all in the gym community, you kind of swole, you trying to get a little smaller, try to see where you can kind of, clip some loose ends, things that's holding you back, even within yourself. So no doubt. So you laughing at me over there, Rich?
I feel like, to work out is really such a mental.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's such a mental battle because with the weight loss pills, weight loss shots, weight loss surgery, it says something when you in the gym working it off versus taking a shortcut route.
Yeah.
Because I was contemplating taking that shortcut route. Like when I first moved to Atlanta, I was just like, man, I've been trying for years to lose weight. I went to go see a doctor, a black doctor at that. I was just like, I need Ozempic. Like real shit.
Yeah. No,
I was like, I need Ozempic. Like I've been trying, I can't. I had PCOS. I was diagnosed with that. That's a whole nother topic. But like, I was just like, I was just like, it's impossible for me to lose weight. And he told me it was not impossible. He said that it's a mindset thing. And he would not prescribe me Ozempic. And I was just like,
shout out to that doctor, man. Real deal. Shout out to you, homie.
But going to the gym, it builds like strength, like resiliency.
Definitely.
It's a mental battle to actually get up and go to the gym
and go. That's why I tell people all the time, man, if you gonna go, bro, you can do the smallest thing, bro, just as long as you kind of make it there. Because once you get there, do you really want to waste gas? Or that whatever trip you took to get there, you want to at least do something. I tell people at least sweat. I don't care if it's like a walk or whatever, just do something to get there. For me, I don't think it was a mental strain because now I've grown accustomed as far when I go to the gym, I really be feeling good because I don't, I told you I'm learning how to express better as far as like just, so the gym is how I go and express myself. Like I tell you, you know how long I've been there. I've been in the gym. Don't do all that. Don't do too much. I've been there for a minute though, but it's my piece though. I don't, because I don't play the game no more. I don't do a lot of stuff how I used to. So being there, you know how I be when I come out of the gym. I be having energy. Ball of energy because I be happy. Once I hit that sauna and everything. So it was for me in the beginning. Yeah, but I think mine was more so seeing all them cut up, swollen and walking around there. I was like, I don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
Going
for me.
to the gym and you out of shape and you look funny. I'm gonna just say you look funny because you do. And you seen everybody else lifting weights, squatting, whatever the hell, running, sprinting on Stairmaster, doing all this extra shit that you like. I am not there.
Yeah.
But the biggest battle is to put on them gym clothes, get in the car, drive, and walk through the gym doors. Like that's the biggest challenge, and to do that like every single day or like repetitively. That's the biggest challenge. That's why I don't recommend like people within the first like 30 days of going to the gym. Don't go super hard. I think I had tried that a lot of times. I've had trainers, personal trainers. I've went through fitness classes, group classes. I didn't even went myself doing all this, extra workout like or extensive like just hardcore training on myself. And every single time within 2 to 3 weeks, I would burn out, and because my body would be so sore, like to the point where I couldn't even sit down on the toilet or like bend down and stuff like that. Like if you ever know like that feeling from leaving the gym, then you be like, I don't know if
day for sure.
Like listen, I don't know if I'm gonna go back. I don't think I could go back. My body is literally shutting down. But this time, the only difference was when I went to the gym, because I didn't know anything about Atlanta. I didn't know anything. I walked on the treadmill and I would just watch like everybody, like the people in, like I'm on the treadmill just walking, but I'm just watching everybody, watching my surroundings, seeing the people, seeing the cars go by. Like it was like, okay, because it had to become familiar to me. This is an unfamiliar place that I haven't been to in a while. Like I had not been in like 8 months by the time I went. By the time I like announced that I was moving to Atlanta, I just fell off from my workout.
Okay, for sure.
Journey. And then like by the time I went back, I was like, well, now I'm in a whole different environment. Don't know these people, what these people like. And I just observed and I just walked. I did that for like the first 30 days. And then I graduated to like lifting weights and stuff like that. But
So you prefer it though? You prefer lifting weights, right? Over.
Yeah. Like sometimes, like right now, I'm on my cardio
Yeah,
journey.
you did say
Like
that.
I feel like I love cardio now, or I'm starting to love cardio. But like before, like I like lifting weights. Like nothing beats lifting weights, especially when you really stressed or going through something.
No doubt. That's
I
why I like.
love lifting weights.
I had to learn. I had to learn how to appreciate like a good calisthenic. But I play football, so
Okay.
weightlifting was always my go-to. I don't want to run. I don't want to do none of that. No sit up. Don't tell me to do none of that shit. It got something to do with my body weight. Let me just lift some weights and I'll be fine. But I had to learn how to come out of that. Somebody told me that your body can go on a plateau when you do too much of one thing.
Yeah.
So I mix it up in the here and there. So how you in your? I'm glad you in your cardio bag too. So.
I'm in my cardio phase right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And then I can't leave the weights completely alone, but I do more cardio these days than anything else.
Okay, well, it's showing. The results are showing for sure. Y'all follow on Instagram so y'all can see the journey for sure. You definitely posting about it on there. No, let me ask this before we get off of that. What was your weight before and now?
The biggest I was like 195, probably 200 pounds. I'm 4'11", by the way. So
Yeah, she tiny.
yeah, 4'11". So that was the heaviest I had got. Now I'm probably down to like 140, 145.
I don't want to talk about it, no doubt.
Listen, I got the biggest fear of ever getting my weight back.
That's good. That's the shit you talking about. You say a little stress is good. A little fear might be good for you.
Yeah. So it's just like even when I don't want to, I'm like, I look back at them old pictures and videos. I be like, hell no, get your ass up.
I ain't even got to me my old pictures. I probably got two. I sent you one.
But it's crazy. Like when I think about like the older pictures and the older videos, like I don't have a lot either because I don't think I just took a lot of pictures.
Yeah,
I still don't take a lot of pictures now because now I have body dysmorphia where my mind is still that 200-pound girl.
Yeah.
My body obviously is not, but like my mind is still there. So I gotta fight through that now, and that's something that people don't talk about. Like, yeah, you could change your mind. I mean, you could change your body. Like, I mean, you hear BBL girls or like people who went to surgery and stuff like that. They talk about like, oh, it didn't fix the insecurities and stuff that I have because like the mind is still like it got to catch up to the physical body.
Yeah.
So for me, it's no different. Like, yeah, I lost about 50 pounds, but like I'm still mentally that 200-pound girl.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm trying to buy new clothes and shop and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I need to get a large or extra large. Girl,
you don't even wear that shit. No, that's crazy.
You know you don't. Like, you know you can't wear that. But like in my head, I'm like, no, I'm that 200-pound big girl.
Sure, you definitely that girl's long gone. My friend, she gone. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's like, and that's like I said, why I wanted you on the show for sure, because you did the avenue that you went from being in Texas, however you was there. You know, I didn't know you there, so I can't say. But you moved to Atlanta. It seemed like you started making a lot of adjustment, but it happened once you made this faith decision.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So here on the DonDiallo podcast, we're gonna meet where spirituality meets hustle and culture. You know what I'm saying. So we're gonna try to. We always want to make sure we're talking about the hustle of life, you know, trying to become something, the purpose, and then you also want to talk about the spiritual that goes behind it, because it all is a part of it, and we're part of the culture as well. You know what I'm saying? We young and black, we doing our thing, so we got culture that's coming at us. We are seeing culture as it go, spirituality, and then you know we living. So seems like you got down here, you were just. I ain't saying you got it all figured out, but just.
It looks like that. I know it looks like that's like when you be talking about it, you be so excited, and I just be like, you know, it's just another day in my life. Like it's just another day. I feel like while yes, it is like a faith move, you know, it's scary, but like I'm moving while scared. That's something that people don't do. They will let fear paralyze them. And you can't do that. You gotta move. Your voice may be cracking, like your heart may be racing, your palms may be sweating, but you gotta still act and do. Yeah. And even if you make a mistake or even if you fail, like you gotta know that that's a part of the plan. Right. It's a part of it.
Yeah, you're gonna mess up. I tell you all the time, the best way to do life, or like, you know, some people say like you're really good at life. I'm telling you gotta just understand that life is gonna life. So if you can appreciate if you can like not appreciate like, as in like, yeah, come on bad days, but just more so like, okay, this is a bad day. You can take it for what it is and say, okay, tomorrow might be a little bit better. You can able to navigate through your bad days. You can be successful at anything. It's just how you navigate them bad days.
I mean, I feel like I fail a lot. I do.
A lot? Yeah,
I fail a lot. Like, I make a lot of mistakes. A lot. I embarrass myself a lot.
You gotta do what you gotta do, though.
I do. I be like, oh, I'm doing this, and then be like, oh, well, I thought I ain't doing that shit no more.
But you made the decision to do it, though. And that's like, again, that's why I wanted this to be something on the show, because like when you say it's a regular thing to you and I'm boosting it, but you gotta understand, because I have people in my own family that wouldn't do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the moves.
Think about the shit that I do.
Yeah, like, and it means, and like I said, that's something that it seems simple, but it's, it's not all that simple. It's easier said than done. So when people see you doing it, for real, when people seeing you doing it, it's like, that's why people who like, are about what they saying. It's like they watch you. So you said you had people who kind of was paying a little closer attention to you.
Yeah.
It's energy. People gonna always pay attention to people that are punctual and are like doing stuff in life, because some people still stuck at like one spot. Not trying to like shame them, but because like this is the purpose of the pod. I want them to see this and be like, okay, let me just make a move. Sometimes you got to do some shit.
You're gonna embarrass yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fail.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll be all right.
No, God. I mean, shit, I stutter all the time. Guys gotta tell me, hey, bro, get it out. But I'm doing this damn for real. Get it out. That's most of my people that close to me. They know I stutter. But I'm doing this. This is something that's like, shit, I just said I'm going to do some shit. And that happened, like I said, God aligned it where he hit me up and reached out. So it worked itself out like that.
Right.
But I could have easily been like, nah, I'm good. I stutter. I got all this shit, and then be like, nah, I'm good.
I don't have a stuttering problem, but I definitely don't always say what's on my mind and express myself the way I feel like I need to.
Just something you do? It was like from like a childhood thing, or like?
I feel like from a child, like I was definitely silenced a lot, like from siblings, cousins, parents. Like, you just a child, like you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. And so like as I grow up, and I'm like, don't nobody want to hear me. Don't nobody want to listen to what I have to say. I'm just an ordinary person. Like when you speak on me and you say certain things that you're amazed that I do, to me, it's just like I'm just an ordinary person. Like I don't have this shit all figured out. All I got is testimony. All I got is.
That's enough though.
All I got is, experience.
That's enough though.
And I always felt like, well, maybe I don't have the big fancy degree, or maybe I don't have the money, or this or that. So that's why nobody would hear me out and listen to me. Those are the thoughts that run through my head.
We talked about this though, like, bro, it's some people. It's people right now that's become like gurus on Instagram, and these motherfuckers ain't
got shit.
They
ain't got nothing.
They ain't no different than nobody else. They just did it. You know what I'm saying? They did it. They probably started a little earlier, but they did it. So you said you were silenced, and then that led to you. So how was being a silenced young girl from the family and stuff, trying to express yourself? How did that correlate into you doing your own podcast? Because you ended up doing your own podcast in Dallas, correct?
The older I get, the more rebellious I get.
So, nah, for sure.
I really fucking
she
do.
rebellious, y'all didn't know.
I be like, the older I get, the more I guess I'm supposed to fall in line, the more I'm supposed to act my age, the more I'm supposed to do certain shit in life that I just be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And I become more rebellious.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened even before I left Dallas. Like, I moved away from family. Like, when I started my podcast, I had lived like probably 45 minutes to an hour away from my mom.
Hour 45? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like somewhere around there, like 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, 45 minutes to an hour, okay.
Yeah, so 45 minutes to an hour away from my mom and my immediate family. So I was kind of like, teasing at the way of like, I'm going to move. I'm going to leave. I had the desire to get away from them. So I moved 45 minutes to an hour. I remember my mom was so mad. She's like, why? Why would you do that? And once I saw she was mad at that,
oh God,
I just got it. Like, Do it. Like it started with the podcast. Like at first I was like 30 minutes away from my mom, like 20. And then like the podcast studio that I selected was about an hour away. Then within 6 months I moved closer to the studio. And then I just committed and I just started expressing myself. One thing when I did start podcasting, I made a lot of enemies.
By doing what, Rich?
by doing what?
But by saying like what were you doing to?
I think people have a perception of me visually of who I'm supposed to be until I open my fucking mouth.
There it is. Okay.
Until I open my mouth and you like, this ain't the little girl.
This motherfucker talking cash shit.
Yeah. This not her.
This not her. No doubt.
And so, like, I remember my dating. I'm gonna be honest. Like, podcasting ruined my dating life. As I was having like clips go viral on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, and like now my mama's seeing it, my daddy's seeing it. People like, oh my gosh, she's talking about that. Oh my gosh, you said that, Raechel. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to do that. Dating partners was like, I remember I had a guy I was dating and he was just like, I'm gonna be honest, like I just can't take you serious because you podcast. I feel like you would basically air out our relationship to podcast.
Would you? At the time, would you have done it?
No. See, that's the thing. Like, you study podcasts. I know you do. I study podcasts too. The greats like Joe Budden and Joe Rogan and like, I mean, regardless if you like these individuals as a person is subjective, but I mean, like, you study this shit, then you know who these individuals are and what they mean for the industry. There is a level of entertainment that comes along with this shit.
Yeah.
And people, like, I don't know what it is. Once the mic turns on, the camera is on, the lights is on, it's just like, you got to add that element to it.
No doubt.
And you got to know. Like, you got to know what you're doing. The people think it's easy to just, like, turn on the microphone and then start podcasting and just... No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
To be, like... Okay, how can I say this? This is Raechel and my authentic self, but there's Raechel like a private Raechel. And you know that. You didn't hear me cry. You didn't experience more of my softer side. But in front of this camera and on this microphone, I know who the fuck I am.
Oh, shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying.
God damn, yeah, no doubt, though. And I agree to it. I do feel that the energy off you right now is different. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. But it's not bad, though.
But that is sometimes intimidating to, like, your partner. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, in my romantic relationships or to my personal relationships, I'll say personal in general. Friends, family, boyfriend, husband, whoever. I'm very submissive.
Okay.
You can really get anything out of me on a personal level. Business level, I feel like I'm that rebellious beast of a woman. Like, don't fuck with me. You're going to see that other side. I think for certain men, especially that guy, it was like, oh, wait, I'm not used to this, Raechel. Like, she's getting attention. She's controversial. She's... You know, the comments under her post are crazy. Like, I think he just wasn't used to that because on a personal level, I just was not like that.
It was not, yeah.
But I loved the people close to me.
Right, yeah.
Strangers? What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, what are we talking about? Nah, no doubt.
But, you know, that's
what's
just
the crazy
difference.
comment you had on your what's name? What's the crazy, if you remember one? I ain't had no crazy comment. Y'all be real respectful on my thing. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with y'all.
Well, for one, I'm a woman.
For sure, nah, no doubt.
And I was heavier. So people couldn't understand why I was popping my shit.
Yeah,
and I'm 200 pounds. Like, they'd be like, you fat bitch. Like,
that's
you
not funny, but
you
don't.
Why
they,
like, you don't. All this shit that you talking, they couldn't. They like, if I would talk about relationships, of course, that's the hot topic online, and everybody just loves like talking about relationships, right? So if I talk about relationships and I talk about, like my ex-boyfriend used to pay my rent. Why would your fat ass get somebody to pay your rent? You such a bum, lazy bitch. Like, and you know, I'm just like, but that's a regular. That's a regular day in my dating life. Like, to be showered and to appreciate it like that. Because I used to have this conversation of like, like when girls would say, "Oh, men don't do this, men don't do that," I could not relate.
To that. So you talking when they be like men don't like they don't pay bills or something like that? What
Yeah, like if a woman is like, my man don't do this, my man don't do that, I'm just like, I can't relate to that. But I remember talking about like, it's my energy. It's, like even when I was like 50 pounds heavier than I am now, like I still had the same like standard.
Sure.
Like I require this. And I never begged or forced anybody to go outside of their comfort zone to meet that. Mm-hmm. But like the comments would be like,
that's the key to, I mean,
you don't fucking deserve that shit.
Nah, that's somebody who's just mad. But you can always tell who a troll. Some people literally do that. They get a kick out. I got lied about the respect. I post something on TikTok with one of my guests. I'm not even gonna put her out because I don't even know if she know. But the guests I had on there. But yeah, somebody was on there literally there. I can tell they was there for the sole intention to get a reaction. It was just like they were just saying certain stuff about the guest. You know what I'm saying? I defended the guest, but then
she was a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just
if you're an opinionated vocal woman, you're gonna get hate.
It's weird. Like I
could say, listen, I love everybody. It's such a beautiful day. I hope everyone has a great day. They're gonna be like, man, this fake woke bitch. Like they're gonna be like, they hate you. You're supposed to like as a woman. I'm gonna be honest that you are supposed to be seen, not heard, especially in this podcast space. So when you have a voice, and like I have so much more depth in relationships or sex and all these other things that would probably get your attention if I spoke about it, but.
That's what they see.
That's what they see.
They're gonna objectify you always, though.
Yeah.
That's most people. They're gonna they look for that. And that's just the world we in, though. That's the market. Yeah, that's the marketing behind it. And it's a business behind it. I want to go. Okay, so wait. Before we go too far that way, I'm gonna pull it back in a little bit. So you said that my bad, I'm losing my track, but. When you mentioned with the guy paying your bills, your rent and all that stuff, with the confidence that you had always to end up getting that, was that something you always had, or like did it like when did that confidence come? Because I feel like it always been
always like that. I remember my first love, like
same here.
Same, like of course I'm in high school, so I didn't have bills, but he like took care of me.
Okay, took care of you like at the age of that.
Like we met, like I was 13, 14 when we met. Mm-hmm. We stayed together till I was like 16, 17. Mm-hmm. And even well after that when we broke up, because, we're just young and we're growing apart. Mm-hmm. Still looked out for me. Still was like, good, you need anything. No doubt, okay. And so I was like, that's my first introduction into like love for real. He was a little older, like about a couple years. He had a job, he had a car. So, like, if I wanted something, he got it. I work too. People don't know. I've been working since I was 14 years old. I had a job too, but I also had a man that.
That's why you got, though. I'm tell you, ain't nothing worse. When this is a cheat code. I'm really gonna put this out here for women. I'm talking. If y'all want something out of a man, you just gotta be in your feminine. Now, also you're dealing with a certain type of man, but the more you in your feminine, and the more, like, say you in your feminine, but you still get in your own, a man would love to do something for that. I think it's certain.
But I think like podcasting, me podcasting, it brings out my more masculine side.
So you think you become less desirable in your podcast?
Yeah, when I podcast. Yes. I think every woman who's a podcaster can say that. It does affect your love life. You got to have a very strong man who understands the bigger purpose and mission of what you're doing, and does not get easily intimidated or embarrassed. Because one thing about men, y'all date for the approval of your social circle.
That's
yes, you do. Yeah, most men do.
All right.
Like, your boy got to be like, hey.
Shit, no, it don't.
Like, if you bring a girl that you are into or interested in around your homeboy, and he's not like, hey, okay, I see you, like, then
if I'm gonna look at that nigga like, why you looking at my girl, nigga? What the fuck? Like, what the hell? We don't move like that. my circle of bosses don't move like that.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of men need that social circle validation.
I got you.
Like, they may be in love with the BBW, but if they friends talk about fat bitches all day, they're not gonna bring her around their friends.
You might be right. You might be.
I'm just saying.
I've seen that.
So I just say this to say, like, you know, it takes a very. I'm attracted to men who are secure within themselves, who don't really seek a lot of outside validation, who are good with themselves. That can be the black sheep. I love black sheep men. Like, I love men that are different in that way. That, you know, kind of are outcasts that are told like they're different. That's my type of man. Because I know, like, the type of person I am, and I feel like the purpose that God is, like, kind of leading me on is just, like, different. You got to kind of be that type of man to be able to withstand, like, probably the hate or backlash or controversy that may come from the life that I'm living.
It was what we're getting towards or whatever. Living now. Do you have that bandwidth to deal with that?
To deal with the controversy?
Yeah, if a man, because you want a man that's like that, you talking about different, and his life going to be a little...
Yeah.
You ready for that, though? Because that's what you want from him.
But
you got to have...
While okay, so I date, like, black men, black sheep, like, that just are different, right? They are different in their own way.
Okay.
I would say yes. Because one thing about me, like, the whole world can be like... The whole world can be against me and say, Raechel, we don't agree with you. Fuck you. I'm stubborn. Like, you're not going to easily change my mind on something just because the rest of the world is like that. So I feel like, yeah, I could definitely handle that if my man is like...
That nigga.
Is like that.
Okay.
I don't, like, that doesn't really bother me. Okay. I feel like there's too many topic situations that I was not agreeing with the rest of the world.
What done?
And then... I just still stand on my own.
We gonna get into it. We don't have trouble. We gonna get into some more of it. But you know, the close on we gonna close out though. You know, so from your journey from Dallas to Atlanta, what can you give some people who watching you, like a young girl who is contemplating making a decision? She got it in her, but she's scared of people ain't agreeing with her. What would you tell her? Like, what lesson have you learned?
Is she moving to Atlanta specifically, or is she just moving? Because that's
all right.
That's two different advice.
Do Atlanta, because we probably reaching some people that's in other states. So do Atlanta, but just do it in general, just the faith move. This show camera angle.
You got to be so sure of yourself. You're going to get a lot of people that's going to tell you it's not going to work. It's not for you. And you got to be okay with being lame, probably being outcasted, probably being the black sheep. If you can handle that, then I say move. If you want to move for acceptance or love or appreciation, I say stay where you at and keep working on yourself. Because moving states ain't going to fix whatever that need for validation is what's going on within you.
No doubt.
You don't have to keep working on that.
Okay, then. Well, we're going to get up out of here. But before we get up out of here, y'all, I hope y'all like Miss Raechel. Because she is the Don Diallo Podcast official co-host. So y'all going to see more of her. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for her shit talking. It's coming. She did it real nice today. She kept it cool.
I kept it cute.
You kept it cute a little bit. Now, you started talking a little shit with the guys talking about.
Oh, my bad.
That's
cool, light. That's nothing.
That's not what I say. It's light.
That's light.
It's nothing. I know it. I know. But without further ado, man, brought to you by Gate 7 Studios. Wait, hold on. I'm messing up. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at Who Is Realer. I'm redo the end. But okay, my bad. We about to get up out of here though. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at Who Is Realer. That's WHOISRXLLA. And damn, I did this wrong. Hold on, I gotta do the sequence over again. It's okay. I'm gonna just call. When I say my thing, you say yo. Okay. All right. It's always the end part that fucked me up. All right. But we about to get up out of here, y'all. If y'all like Miss Raechel, I got something to say. She's gonna be our new co-host for the Don Diallo Podcast. So I hope y'all You know, I hope y'all digging her vibe and her energy. Y'all gonna see way more of it. She's gonna be the official co-host. You know what I'm saying? So them episodes are to come. But without further ado, y'all can follow me on Instagram at WhoIsRealLÄ. That's WHOISRXLLA. That's on all platforms. You can also follow the podcast at Don Diallo TV on all platforms. And I'm gonna let Raechel Lashawn tell you her IG handle and all that good stuff.
It's Raechel Lashawn. My first name is spelled different, so catch it. It's RAECHEL. And y'all know how to spell ghetto ass Lashawn. So
And we also gonna have it in the video, man. So brought to you by Gate 7 Studios. This is a Don Diallo podcast, and we gone.